that tornado warning to be canceled at this time. But of course, still some very dark clouds and still nice hail threat that we're seeing out of these cells at this time. Thank you, production, for pulling up that particular photo.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, for being flexible with where we're at right now. Let's take it. We've got the severe thunderstorm warning on your screen right now. That is in effect until 8:15. As you saw on the timer there, it might not be until about a little bit after 8 p.m. that hail core that we now see just northwest of Rockdale. The hail core right here, northwest of Rockdale, that's going to continue to make its way off to the east and northeast, moving into the Rochester area fairly soon. So just now on the north side of Rockdale, that is where there is the potential for some larger hail, up to an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. And also now just off to the west side of Hayfield, which means this core right here will also be moving into the Hayfield area fairly soon. So you could see some hail maybe up to the size of Nichols, if not just a little bit larger, even though technically you're just outside of the warning. That is a very small area right now, but that is going to have the potential for some hail. And we have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 8:15 p.m. And that's because of that right there. That's going to be moving into the Rochester area, coming into the southwest side of town first, and that's going to be within about the next 30 to 40 minutes. All right, so at this time, severe thunderstorm warning in effect. That's for Dodge and Olmsted counties. That's the southeastern side of Dodge County. This does include Byron, Casson, Rochester, and Rockdale. And that severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 8:15 p.m. The tornado warning has been let to expire. We are going to take a break right now. Do you want to summarize really quick, Spencer? Anything else you want to throw in before we take a break? And then we'll hop on in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes with another update on the severe thunderstorm warning.
Yep, just be mindful that we do still have the opportunity, thanks to a little bit of additional energy, thanks to all the clearing that we had earlier this afternoon. So we still could potentially see a few stronger to severe thunderstorms like what we've had so far over the past hour or so. And of course, we are going to be watching these cells as well out towards Albert Lee. And also going to be keeping a close eye on this cell out towards Lake Mills, which could also be starting to develop a little bit of a hail core. Not nearly to the potency of what we're seeing in southwestern Olmsted County and especially in Dodge County, but we are just seeing a little bit of a return out towards Highway 69, a little bit further west of Lake Mills, northeast there of Thompson in Winnebago County at this time. So that's something that we will be watching pretty closely to see if that continues to develop. That could potentially turn into a severe thunderstorm within the next 20 to 30 minutes if we continue to see some of the development similar to what we had with the cells that are up in Dodge and Olmsted County at this time. Other than that, that's all I got for an update.
All right. Thank you very much, Spencer. So I want to say thank you to everyone for your patience as you've watched this. Heads up that we have the potential of severe thunderstorms this evening. We also have an even higher possibility of severe weather tomorrow during the mid-afternoon until about the mid-evening. So we're looking at a time of about 2 p.m. until about 10 p.m. tomorrow. That could be some where we could see some of the strongest storms. We have activity around Albert Lee currently that's weakened a little bit. We have this other cell that's just flared up not too far from Lake Mills. That's going to be moving into the Emmons and Twin Lakes area, and then we'll continue to move off to the northeast. We have some thunderstorm activity that's on the northeastern side of Freeborn County, moving in through Dodge County, some Hayfield hail. We have this thing strengthening a little bit, a core strengthening there. And also just off to the northwest of Rockdale, that hail core is going to be coming off to the northeast. These storms tend to pulse. They pick up strength, and then they lose strength, and then they pick it back up again, and then they lose it again. So we are more than likely going to see this storm cycle a little bit by the time it gets to Rochester. And by the time this gets to an even more populated area, we can hope that the hail is a little bit smaller, but there's no promise that that's going to happen. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Rochester to Rockdale and in Casson until 8:15 p.m. this evening. The number one threat from this storm is the larger hail. Yep. There could be some damaging wind in the mix too. And if any other land spouts or tornadoes develop this evening, we will hop on air immediately to let you know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll send you right back to regular programming.